This conference will now be recorded.
So we see now both in sense it's difficult to execute, not execution. I'll show you screens will be the same almost except one or two transactions, one or two T codes. The remaining all same. Let's see step by step for auto pick or packing. Okay, what are all the required? If it is only auto pick, so product will be picked in picking area and system has to propose the pack there itself. That means system will create just HU number and then that will go to staging area. Okay, so if it is so, okay, so what are the things we require? First we'll see POSC. Okay, first for settings, so we discussed. First we'll see POSC. Here in external steps, so here three are there. Okay, so at present in my screen there are three are there. This is for another one. We required only two. So one is for picking from the bin. One is to move stock from bin to staging area. Okay. While picking a stock from the bin, it will not pack based on this configuration. It says that okay, this screen and this configuration will help us to make in a sequence. To make it in a sequence. That's it. Okay. So here it will not do anything, but here what activity it is going to be do, that will be decided in process step, internal process step. Okay, so the first one is the pick, the second one is stage. Okay, and now we have to keep this into in a sequence. What is first and what is second? So pick is first, staging is second. That should be in a sequence. For that we have to come to process definition. Okay, come to here, find your warehouse. Here it is only one and sequence you have to take. So in this we have only two steps. One is pick, the other one is stage. This is for another outbound delivery. I mean the packing go through the system. I'm through work center. Okay, he have to take only two. The one is 29 PC and the other one is 29 ST. So this is for pick and this is for stage. It is only for maintaining in a sequence. Okay, right. So here you will maintain sequence. Then come to stock movement. So where it has to go. If it supports only through warehouse process type, then this process oriented storage control is not required. If there is any additional movement, we require this. Okay, let's go here. Come to 2903 and this is for staging. This is not for auto pick. And if you see here, is a deconsolidation and this is for work center and this is for unloading, right? So no configuration is here for auto pick HU. Okay, so here you are not required to do anything. Here you are not required to do anything. Okay, uh, before going to do this, I would like to give you one clue. The clue is better to use a new product instead of using the same material which you are using for unloading process, which you are using for LOSC, which you are using for some other process. Don't use the product and use a new product for this. Okay, and then you will not face any issues. Okay, here there is no issue. So this is about POSC setup. Step one. Back from here. Once POSC setup is ready, so here in POSC also we don't have any storage control, so we don't have we are not required to define any warehouse process step, a special warehouse process step for this. Okay, that's why process step also not required. This is not required at all. Now back from here, then we required warehouse order creation rules and profiles. Come to here. First we required profile. This is the one. Okay, so this profile is required to create HU automatically. To create HU automatically, it is required. If you don't want to create HU automatically, you can ignore this profile. Okay, let's execute it. This is warehouse specific 2903. Okay, so we have only one profile. So what is here? Only warehouse number, your packing profile. These two are, of course, so whatever warehouse number that you have to give, and this is a free field. Whatever you want to type, that you can type. Okay, and this is the description, so nothing is there. And for our process, it supports only simple algorithm. You select this one. Okay, sorting also not required. It requires, this is the step, create HU. So based on this, system will create HU automatically. That's the reason profile is required. To create HU automatically, we require this. Okay, and then assign warehouse task to HU. So automatically it will assign to wherever action step is there into that step. Okay, these two. Okay, the remaining all are not required. Only
Uh,
these two will. Yeah.
Shiva, the simple algorithm and the other one, like what is it? Like what does it control?
Uh, so as per my understanding, BADI it is for development, and this is for our regular EWM. And complex algorithm, it works through TM. Okay, if you are taking TM, transportation management, I have a coordination planning. In the coordination planning, how you are placing your HUs into TU in a sequence. For example, in a route, you have customer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 to 10 customers are there. Okay, so how you have to load the stock into the truck? First, it will go to customer number 1, shop number 1. Okay, so where the stock should, the product should be, which you have to uh, dispatch or issue to the customer, that should be end of the TU, right? End of the TU. If it is the middle of or beginning of the TU, you have to remove all the stocks, all the goods, and then you have to dispatch, or you have to remove the products or goods which belongs to the customer number 1. So it needs a sequence, right? So in a sequence way, if you want to do the coordination, that is TU HU management, complex algorithm is required. Okay, usually there we will use. Here we are not creating any TU with coordination procedure. We don't want require that. If TM is there, if route management is there, and if legs are there, and if it is something like that, then that is required. So here you have to select for this process simple algorithm only. Okay, and so this is about profile, you have to make it. So this one is required for only auto pick HU. If it is not auto pick HU, this transaction itself is not required. Okay, no. Then we required warehouse order creation rule. Define creation rule for warehouse order. Execute it. Okay, so here I have only one warehouse order creation rule. Okay, open it. So as usual, this is warehouse number, and this is whatever you want to give name for this warehouse order creation rule, that you can make it here. And is the description, and always you have to select pick path. This is for picking, and bin inbound sorting pipa. If it is already there, then you can maintain it. If you want to maintain, you can maintain it, or you can leave it. Okay, and then this is the important field for us from the screen. Okay, that is packing profile. So packing profile which you maintained there, that packing profile you have to maintain it here. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, and remaining fields by default it will come here. And storage process, this is external step. Whatever external step is there, that you have to mention here for which process you are using this warehouse order creation rule. Okay, and that's it. And then we don't want work center, so work center relevant configurations are not at all required for this, because this product is not going to work center. So work center storage types blah blah is not required, just you can leave it. Now till configurations are ready. So what we required? Master data. In master data we have only two things. One is a product master data, another one is pack spec. These two are master data. Okay, go to
Before that,
product.
Shiva, in the in the work order, when we create a warehouse order, how system identifies activity area and this work order creation rule together?
Come again. Warehouse order creation rule and
activity area, both should come. Actually, when you are showing,
see,
you are actually
without activity area, a system will not consider warehouse order creation rule at all.
okay. What is the link?
Okay, and that is standard we have to see. There is no link.
There is the below one, right, Shiva? Define source sequence for creation.
You are saying this one, that's fine. But as usual in backend, all warehouse order creation rules are required for activity areas. I mean, activity areas are required for all warehouse order creation rules.
It's a mandatory.
Here,
we need to set default.
it is mandatory for all outbound delivery process. Activity area is mandatory. Activity areas are mandatory for outbound delivery process, particularly for complex scenarios. That means, other than simple outbound delivery process, okay, activity areas are required, and activities are required. Activity areas are required for RF. Activity areas are required for determine queues, and so on. Activity areas are required for physical entry process also. Okay, and here instead of selecting storage type, you are mentioning activity area. But point is, system will work based on again strategies only, not based on this. But without this, again system will not work out. Okay, so here in this, so they are saying that activity area ST01 and activity is picking. Warehouse order creation rule is this one, WCR1. This is warehouse order creation rule. So my point is, I said why it is not required. So without this configuration in warehouse order creation rule, we have the destination. Oh, source storage type is not there. If it is inbound delivery, it is there. Yeah. For outbound delivery, this configuration also required. And for this and this activity area, so basically how to maintain, but again it creates and the combination of our configurations, strategies, as well as activity areas also. Okay, because uh, we are going through POSC, and it is the POSC. It has to see warehouse creation rules as well as the configurations. So why warehouse creation rules are required? We are using only a single process type indicator, warehouse process type indicator, determination indicator, warehouse process determination indicator. So since it is a single warehouse process indicator,
Shiva, there is
that is
a
required.
lot of background noise, Shiva.
Can you
It's not from my end. Yeah, now it is okay. Okay, so since you have process type determination indicator is only one, which we can maintain in the product master, and it has to understand which process it has to trigger. Okay, if there is no warehouse order creation rule, it triggers only inbound delivery. If warehouse order creation rules are there, it considers both. Then it will check which is the document type, and based on the document type, it will trigger either inbound delivery or outbound delivery. Okay, so anyway, so here is also one point to activate or to link your warehouse order creation rule to the activity area. Sometimes this link is not required to maintain, but still warehouse order creation rules are required for this. Sorry, activity areas are required for this as per SAP design. Okay, and then if you want to create that PIPA, here you can create it. If you are not doing this also, not a problem. 2903. So this is a pick path. Only how to give the name and you have to give the description. No details are here. And come to this sort field. Against this, which sort field you have to maintain, that you have to mention here. Okay, if you go to 2903, and for this field which you sorting created, this field you have to assign. So what is that? It's a path sequence, sort sequence. Okay, it follows the sort sequence. That's it. So this you have to maintain. And this is from warehouse order creation rules and profile. From this you can do it here, and then go to pack spec /n/sc wm / pack spec. Okay, so this is the packing specification, which we know that how many products you have, that many pack specs should be there. How to assign it? Okay, there's the bonding or assignment. Select it, go to detailed view, determination. So this is a very much important one. This condition technique, yeah, this condition technique is required. OBDL, this is standard, the same standard you have to use it. Okay, if you open this, you'll have three options. So one is without pack spec, one is without one is with route, and this is the combination. We have to see which combination we required. Ideally we required supply chain unit. Wherever you see, always you have to select supply chain unit, and we have to maintain a pack spec to the product. So totally we required supply chain unit, it's by default it is required, and the product profile because we required. I ignored this while explaining all this, right? So if you are creating your pack automatically, then packing profiles are required. If you are not creating automatically, this field is not required. The remaining three are required. Okay. So pack profile which you have maintained, and system automatically creates this one. You are not required to give. So you have to select these three while selecting OBDL condition technique. Okay. So that's it from at header level. Now come to content, the product. For which product are you using this pack spec that you are mentioning here? This is the description, nothing is there. And here the product name which you are maintaining, which you are assigning this pack spec that you have to maintain here, and quantity. Better to give always quantity 1. If you give other than 1 also system will accept, but always better to give 1. Okay, that this much only required from here, and go to next. Packing relevant information. In packing relevant information, element group, it will be created automatically based on the system configurations. And here you have to give the packing material. For this product, here which you are maintained there. Okay, here we mentioned. Okay, for this product, which packing material you are going to assign. Okay, if this product comes mat 3, it always pack with this packing material. Okay, so this is the one we required, and not showing me anything here. And this is another thing we required, HU relevance, whether it is auxiliary material or packing material. Okay, and how to select main packing material. Okay, this you have to maintain. Once all this is maintained, just check HU creation for this. Okay, and then you can activate and save it. Your pack spec will be ready. Okay, so this is another step. Once it is done, then you have to go to your product /n/sc and WMAT1. What are all the configurations required from the master data? Okay, number 1, warehouse data. This process type determination indicator is mandatory. Number 1. Number 2, in packing tab, your group type, HU types. This you have to maintain. Whatever you created in your system, that you have to maintain here. That's it. The remaining one are not required. So these configurations are required. You make all these configurations and run the process, definitely it will work. Okay, once again I would like to give the point. Please use a new product which is not used for LOSC, IBD POSC, or some other. We may not remember what all the process you have run for that. So it gives you some errors or some messages, or sometimes it will go to a waiting status and it will not create any uh, executable task, and it will not create warehouse order as well if you are using like this. Okay, go for new product and practice it, so you will not face any issue. Okay, that's the one. And coming to today's topic, so now our plan, the stock has to go, system has to pick, our system has to propose, our system has to give auto pick HU at the time of picking. HU has to be created by using profiles. Okay, and then the product has to go to work center, and their repacking has to happen. So you have to move the product from this existing HU to a new HU, or else the same HU you can pack and issue to the customer. Okay, these are the scenarios. Okay, let me show you the process and some modifications what I made here in the system that I will show you now. Okay, first we'll go for the configurations and we'll see the execution. So come to first POSC. I have created one warehouse process type for this. This is the one. Okay, the remaining same yesterday what we discussed, the same we are using. Apart from this, I created one warehouse process type. So it's look like a regular warehouse process type and maintained destination GI staging area. Okay, so where I'm going to use this, I'll show you. If you see it here, I am using this for picking and just maintain outbound delivery, sorry, staging area. No other configurations are there. That's it. No determination, nothing is required for this. Then come to POSC here. Okay, so in this, so these are our warehouse relevant. Okay, this is for inbound delivery. This is also for inbound delivery. Okay, and here we have 3 external steps. One is for picking. One is for this staging you are using for to move stock from work center to staging area, and one is for packing. Okay, you have to pick, you have to pack, and you have to move stock to staging area. So 3 steps we have, 3 external steps we maintained. So the purpose of this, if you want to understand, if you want to get more information, here you can see this is for pick, and this is for pack, and this is for staging area. You can see this. So these internal steps anyway standard, cannot be deleted, cannot be changed, cannot be created. So by seeing these descriptions, we can understand what for all these external steps. Point 1. Okay, once you maintain these external steps, then you have to maintain the sequence under process definition. Come to here, go to your warehouse. So this is for outbound delivery process, and go for the sequence. Now you can see here, step 1, system has to pick. When it picks, it creates a HU also automatically based on your profiles. Next, it has to go to work center. That's the one. Once the activity, packing activity is completed in work center, then stock has to go to staging area. This is the sequence you have to maintain. Okay, so this is the one. These three action steps we have, and the same in a proper sequence you have to maintain in this. Okay, now go to stock movement, process oriented storage control. Okay, here 2903. So in 2903, this is for unloading. This is to go stock to work center. That's it. Two are there. So first it will trigger this one. So destination is OBD1. This is work center, and stock will go to work center. Okay. And this one I am using here for the staging. We created one warehouse process type, and I have not maintained here a destination. So destination is not required for this because the destination is maintained in warehouse process type. So remember, if you maintain either source or destination in warehouse process type, that you cannot mention in this. That we cannot or we should not mention here. Anyway, if you maintain it also, system will not accept, it will throw an error. Okay, since the destination, the staging area, destination is staging area, that is nothing but goods issue area, so that we maintained in warehouse process type. So for this warehouse process type, and it moves there. This is the one. Okay, so this is POSC setup, and come to here. Now we'll see warehouse order creation rules and auto pick HU, that is profiles. Is there any changes? I have not maintained any sort rules, limits, and all. Packing profiles. Just I want to say nothing we maintained in this. So if you see it here, there is no additional information for our regular POSC. Okay, this is as it is, which we discussed earlier for auto pick HU. One. Two. In warehouse order creation rule. In warehouse order creation rule, few information it is required. Number one. So this is all already there, and nothing is required. Only process step, and it is also there warehouse order creation rule. So no changes happened in this also. In warehouse order creation rule also. Now set sequence. So no changes here also. The same. So in warehouse order creation rules, and what is that? Profile. So in a profile, no changes will happen. Okay. So only it works based on strategies only. Okay. Of course, here it is already mentioned there. That's it from here. Okay. So what we made, only one warehouse process type we maintain to move stock from work center to destination area. Work center to destination area, that is GI area, that is staging area, that is interim storage type, whatever you say. Okay, that is only additional configuration which we required for this. Okay, let's execute this, how it works. Come to ERP. /VA01. Let me take order quantity 1. Save it. Go to delivery. Maintain storage location. Save it. Now come to eWM. PRDO. Check default values. Request. Execute. Nothing request to nothing. Check here anything. Go to outbound delivery. Here you have to check whether HU details are updated or not. It should not update. Okay, here is the one. Then you create a task for this. What is the first task? It has to pick the product. Okay, click on create and just verify whether your process type is triggered properly or not. Click on create. Check whether finally it is going to staging area or not. Okay, all right, then save it. Warehouse order 2722 is created. Now the process you can run from a monitor, or first step you can do it from here. Let's complete the first step so that you can see the details. Okay, here you have to verify whether HU is created automatically or not. Okay, it goes to start bin. Okay, once it is done, then confirm it. Okay, so once it is confirmed, we have to check whether it is updated in PRDO or not. Here, this is the one. So now you can see HU details. Okay, in the configurations, start storage type bin we missed. That configurations is required for only auto pick HU. If it is auto pick HU, you have to create start storage type for that a bin, as well as you have to maintain it in server transaction. Okay, that's the one. Now it looks good. Then go to monitor. In outbound delivery, select task and give here delivery order number, that is warehouse order request number. And you can see here the first step which you confirmed, pick, and it goes to start bin. Now the stock has to go, or the product with HU has to go from start bin to work center. OBD1 is our work center. Okay, first move stock physically, right? So you can do it from here, or else you can do, if you click on this, it will go to that user transaction. From there also you can confirm it. So I'm going to confirm from here. Okay, it's confirmed. Okay. Now where is the stock now? Now stock is in work center. Now stock is in work center. Okay. Now we have to go to work center and the packing procedure which required that we have to do it. Okay. So regarding pack center, let's go to that one /o/scw prd sorry pack. Regarding pack center, how to say something /o spro img extended warehouse management master data work center. First layout, usually it gives you so this is your layout, just we copied from the standard, this we required, and whatever you want to make changes here that you can make it, so don't worry. So only thing, you should not select quality inspection or VAS from this right side screen, the remaining all okay. So based on this configuration, the tabs or execution tabs will be appear at work center. Okay, this is the one. And define work center which we required. So in define work center,
Shiva, we already have an HU packed, right? Why are we going to the packing station again?
let me explain you again. Here in layout, not in layout, in work center, so you have to maintain, it is already there, just I'm repeating that. Okay, we have to maintain a repack warehouse process type and the layout, that's it, not much, we have to ensure it. Okay, this is about layout and work center. Now come to his answer, his question. This overall is your warehouse and this is your picking area. Picking area means storage type. Okay, maybe there is a bin. Okay, user comes to here and he has to pick some product which is available in this based on warehouse order. Okay, while he comes to this location, he carries a HU, empty HU. At the time of picking, system will create HU number, that is nothing but creating HU. Okay, and then he moves this product to here. Now your question, now already HU is there, why do we require again packing center? Okay, there are three scenarios. Scenario one, directly it can go to staging area. Yes, you're right. If a business scenario is like this, if it requires to go to staging area, this is quite possible. no work center, no additional POSC setup is not required. Okay, so if it is so, manually he has to put a plaster on this pack. HU is there. After keeping product into HU, he has to seal it, right? So manually he has to seal it here. Otherwise, this HU has to go to work center. This is work center. Here warehouse user will place the product from bin to this HU. Okay, and this HU will be dropped in work center, and packing procedure sealing that will happen here in work center, and then product will go to staging area. GI zone. Okay, or else if it is a crate, the product has to move from crate to a real HU, which you have to submit to the customer. So here repacking should happen. Okay, so in that case also it will come to work center, and from work center to GI area. Okay, which scenario your business require, based on that you have to configure. Okay, so first scenario we already seen yesterday. Second scenario, that is this HU comes to work center. We are not going to change HU. The same HU, the sealing process or execution has to complete in work center, and that will go to staging area. That I am going to show you now. Okay. So to do that, go to SCW pack, the same screen. Okay, and select here your work center. Your work center is, this is the one, and execute it, or you can give the bin number also here, or without the bin number also you can execute it. Okay, see, this is your HU which you created at the time of picking, and the product is lying inside of this one. Okay, just double click on this to see the details, not more than that, to see the details only. Okay, I don't want to move this stock to another HU. Okay, this HU can be issued to the customer. It is a cardboard box, and the HU can be issued to the customer directly without any hesitation. Okay, so in this case we don't want any another HU. Okay, select this one, just see here right now the HU step is not maintained, so it is not completed. Select the same HU and complete the process. Okay, now scroll it down, you can see HU step is completed. That means the sealing process, plastering procedure is completed. All right, now save it. So the procedure is ready, the packing is completed, system has created a new task to move the same HU, from work center to GI zone, work center to GI zone. This is the task number. Let's come to monitor, come to here, refresh it. Okay, so you can see here this is ready to move from outbound delivery to staging area. So from here itself we can execute it. it's moved out, right? So if you come here, if you refresh it, you can see the HU is moved out from work center to GI zone, and then you can do GI, goods issue. Okay, this is one scenario. HU, auto pick HU goes to a work center. Only the sealing procedure or packing procedure without changing HU that comes to work center, and once the execution is completed, HU execution is completed, then you can move the stock or HU from work center to GI area, and PGI can do automatically here. Okay, let's complete that also. And this is the one. So if you do not execute it, the previous values will not update here. That's the reason I made it. So complete GI. It's done. This is scenario 1 of POSC. Now go to second procedure. What is that? System has to pick a HU, that is called auto pick HU. That may be a crate. That may be a crate which is not required to, or which is not possible to issue to the customer. Okay, the crate will be dropped in work center. Okay, in work center, where warehouse user, the packer, he has to remove the stock from the crate and has to maintain in a new HU. Maintain in a new HU, and the packing process should happen, and that will be issued to the customer. Okay, now see that procedure now. I'm going to create a sell order here. See, for both the process, we don't have any differentiations in configurations. Configs are the same, only procedure is the different. Right, come to VA01. And let's take one. Sorry, save it. Now create delivery. Maintain store allocation. Save it. Now this is your outbound delivery. Now come to /n/scwm PRDO. Default values are not required to check since we already maintained it. Execute it. Come to outbound delivery. Create warehouse task. Create and save. We know that everything. Warehouse order 275, and this is the request number. Let me complete first step from here so that I can show you auto pick HU. So you can see here pick HU, it's there, and then I'm confirming this. Stock will go to work center. So sorry, start bin. So auto pick only this. Now come to monitor /n SDWM MON. So go to warehouse task. give your document number, execute it. You can see pick HU is created and system has created a new task to move from start bin to OBD1. This is work center. So stock movement I am doing from here directly. Now the goods is available in work center. Just we have to process in work center. Okay. Now go to work center /o/scwm pack 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 is the transaction. Okay, this is the one and execute it. Now you can see here this is the HU number and we have this one. Okay, so actually here as per the process we have to move this product. Now you can see this is a crate and this product has to move from here to another pack, another HU. So we require a new HU here. I'm going to create a new HU. So give pack material here under create HU. Execute it. So this is our new HU. Okay. You know how to repack this one, or simply here I'm going to show you the simple process. Drop and drag and drop. Okay. So this product, select it and drag to the HU. Okay. So the product is moved from crate to HU. This is the one. Double click on this to see the details only, not more than that. Okay. And complete packing process, sealing process. So check whether process is complete or not. Yes, it is completed. Then save this pack to create stock movement. See, it is created a new task to move this HU from work center to staging area. Okay, now go to monitor. Okay, refresh it. Now you can see the packing transaction here also. In a previous transaction, this was not happened because in the previous transaction, we have not created HU and nothing else happened. Now it is there. Okay. Anyway, the stock has to move now from work center to staging area. Okay. Select this line item and move it from work center to GI area. Right. Now it's moved. So you can do in GI at this point of time. Stock is available in GI area and post the goods issue you can do it and you can check HU values in ERP as well. Okay. Any question? Fine then. See the same transaction codes for the configurations and check 2903 and copy from there. It will work for you. Only clue, only recommendation is use for a new material. Okay, not for existing material, particularly a material which you are using for LOIC. Okay, and that's it for the day. See you tomorrow, same time. Guys, please wait 2 minutes. I'll reconnect for sake of recording.